Hi guys, this is Matt Novak, and this is my poster. It's double-sided, um, filled with ads for both men and women from Cosmopolitan and Men's Health magazines. Um, Personally, I found a bunch of information when it comes down to both men's and women's magazines. Um the amount of ads that I have found to put on my poster about both men and women uh, have been jaw dropping just because of how both are seen. Um, these are also ads that I feel like that are unfair um, to both sides, um, especially the people themselves. I also wonder the how the people that put these magazines together see themselves, or even the people that put these magazines together view the actors and or the men and women that are in these magazines. I always wonder if they're angry, upset, or even happy about what they're doing. Um, but personally, I think what I have found has put a lot of things in perspective for me when it comes down to how men and women are viewed in these types of magazines. Starting off with the women's side, as you guys can see behind me, um, in Cosmopolitan magazines, in which I picked out to find these ads in, I found that women are uh, very sexualized. Um, what I mean by that is the woman that is viewed, the women in these ads are viewed as someone who can be very approachable, easygoing, and also sexy. A great example, not specifically from this Cosmopolitan magazine, um, but a great example would be from a Sports Illustrated magazine, where the female body is advertised as what men would probably want to see, along with women as well. Women are seen as kind of like sexual magnets in these magazines to draw in the attention of both men and women, but men especially. Um, that's just their form of advertising. I find that hard to believe, just because, in my eyes, it's unfair that we see the woman as just a woman and who they are, but instead we see them as what's under their clothes that they wear every day. But the same thing could be said for men, in a sense, because of some of the colognes that they advertise in the men's health magazines. And just bear with me as I turn this around just to show an example. Wow, that was smooth. Okay. In this in the Versace in the Versace ad, as you can see right here, say kind of like a um, dark picture, kind of, but it's a blue Versace Euros perfume bottle. It's basically just oversized and in front of a man with no clothes on, um, covering his midsection, um, but just hopefully saying this part right. Um, but men can also be seen for their bodies just because of their dominant figure. That can be seen as like a sign of strength, and like I said before, dominance. Um, they can also be viewed as they can also be viewed, uh, or people can have different representations of the ad due to the type of poses they may be in. Um, this involves what I've found. This involves looks, such looks as arms spread overhead, um, lying down, or lips pouted, or essentially, if they're with another partner, embracing them in a certain way, and also how they're looking with their eyes. And in this specific ad, he's kind of squinting. Don't know why, um, but I guess that's what he's doing. Um, but although this is directed at men, women could be in the same positions, but with their body parts covered as well. But this Versace ad is a good example on how men's bodies can be sexualized too. Um, I also found what I think is a prime example in my eyes when it comes to bashing women. I guess you could use that term. In this Men's Health magazine, um, if you would look to the left over here, it's a Kingsford ad. I think it's a type of barbecue. Um, Nobody has ever said, "Come on over, we're firing up the oven." It's very sexist, um, I believe. Uh, but in the Cosmopolitan magazine, breaking away from the Men's Health, I didn't find any ads that were directly at men. I was more. It was more of just advertisements of beauty products and sexualizing the female bodies. Uh, I just didn't understand why they had to have a half-naked woman or almost full-naked woman in an ad for eyeliner. To me, that would not look like it was for eyeliner. At first glance, I would think it would be for a workout plan, something else like sunscreen or body lotion. But for eyeliner, I thought it was just a little different because I never would have thought that a full woman's body or almost full woman's body would be shown for eyeliner. But if I didn't read the fine print really closely, I'd kind of have to really squint at the ad to find out that it was about eyeliner and that she had eyeliner on her eyes. But I had to look very closely. But yeah, those are just the findings that I found in these magazines and the ads. Um, Overall, it's been eye opening. Personally, I don't um, read these magazines at all, and I don't look for these ads because of the types of values they hold. I don't think it's necessarily for me, just because I view everybody as equal when it comes down to race and gender. Um, Whether that means having a position in a high-powered company or even barbecuing, going back to that Kingsford ad, which is just ridiculous. Um, but all in all, thank you guys for an awesome class, and I appreciate all the feedback when I would do my discussions. I appreciate you guys a lot, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your summer and semester. Thank you.